Welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to show you what you could expect from Delta Airlines economy class on their A350-900 on flight DL147. Now this is a former LATAM A350. This is one of the four that Delta acquired from LATAM as they were going through Chapter 11 bankruptcy. I was upgraded actually to seat 22A, which is in Comfort Plus. So here's a look at the seats there. So you got a 333 configuration in economy, and you've got kind of a mix of I guess a mix of Delta and LATAM here. Now you do get a pillow and blanket there in the seat, but I say a mix here because yeah, you do have some Delta stitching on the seats, but this is definitely all LATAM. This cup holder style here, definitely that footrest there. You do have power. It did work, thankfully. And unlike LATAM, you will have Wi-Fi on this flight, which I'll show you the options a little later. Got a nice view out of the window of a Sky Team livery there. In-flight entertainment system, and the tray table, this two-fold tray table, which is unfortunately a staple of LATAM. So they haven't, I guess, redone the seats. I don't know if they will or not, but no individual air vents on this aircraft. Leg room was decent there, and here's a look at that footstool, which I hate these things in premium economy, but to see them in economy, it's not as bad, not as obtrusive, because you don't have a big box down there messing with your leg room here. They did give you a travel kit, which was nice. That was a little different. I guess you could kind of call it an amenity kit of sorts. So in it, contained, you have an eye mask in there, as well as a cleansing towelette and toothpaste and a toothbrush and some earplugs. So not bad there. So I'll leave you with the takeoff, and I'll be back to talk about more of the flight here in a moment. Welcome back, and let's look at the bathroom in the A350-900 on the ex-LATAM A350 here. So as you can see, like I said, the accents, they really haven't changed anything. This is in the LATAM way. No windows, just a standard bathroom essentially is all you get. A couple mirrors, that's nice. As far as the meal service went, they did hand out a bottle of water after takeoff in this kind of unfold yourself placemat, if we will. The food, I didn't find that good. Choice of chicken or pasta, I chose chicken. Came with vegetables, couscous, and a lemon blondie dessert. The lemon blondie dessert was great. The food was not good. I didn't enjoy the meal at all. Didn't eat much of it. Really flavorless, in my opinion. The breakfast service, you had fruit with an egg and cheese muffin, essentially an egg McMuffin. Egg and cheese McMuffin wasn't bad. Fruit was good, but overall the food wasn't good. The crew was really good though. Yeah, doesn't take anything away from the crew being friendly on the flight, but yeah, it was a rough experience food wise for me on my first long haul Delta flight in economy there. So here's the Wi-Fi options. You have the complimentary messaging, which includes WhatsApp, iMessage, or Facebook Messenger, and there are the options there. As you can see, you can choose 1 hour, 3 hours there to browse through different packages, or full flight. Flight was about 8 hours and 20 minutes or so. So you could find it worth it, but again, a red-eye flight, most people want to sleep there. So those are your options there as far as the Wi-Fi goes. In-flight entertainment, It was pretty good. Pretty much the standard Delta in-flight entertainment. You were able to get headphones passed out if you needed them to plug into the in-flight entertainment. And I'll just kind of let you look through a little bit of the in-flight entertainment, and I'll be back with my final thoughts. Okay, welcome back. So overall, my thoughts on this flight. Again, the food, that was a big minus. Yeah, I didn't enjoy the food at all. I thought it was nice to get upgraded from regular economy to comfort plus. The flight was jam-packed. It was full. So outside of the extra leg room, again, unfortunately didn't have a row to myself to really spread out, but still not bad. Not a bad ride. Comfortable ride on the A350 as I've experienced in the past. No individual air vents on this aircraft, so keep that in mind. You do have Wi-Fi available that works with the free messaging option, and your chicken or pasta for the choices. Now that may vary over time, but probably not much in economy. As far as breakfast, there was no choice, just the fruit with the egg and cheese McMuffin. But overall, like I say, it wasn't bad. Used some Delta Sky Miles to get down here from Atlanta to Santiago de Chile. Flight DL-147, and that was my experience doing it. So as always, I appreciate you watching. Would love to hear your comments below if you've taken this flight or on one of these former LATAM A350s now flying with Delta. Please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and share this with a friend. I'll catch you next time, and enjoy the sunrise landing into Santiago de Chile.